Oh my God, y'all thought Yandy and Mendeecees were relationship goals? Think again, because what just went down between these love and hip-hop stars is about to flip the whole script. We're talking career-ending, relationship-destroying, social media-breaking drama that happened in front of cameras, fans, and half of Atlanta's elite. Let's break this down, because the way Yandy handled the situation had everyone's jaws on the floor. And when you hear why Mendeecees completely lost his mind, especially with Scrappy's name being thrown in the mix, you'll understand why security had to drag him out kicking and screaming. For years, Yandy and Mendeecees have been one of Love and Hip Hop's power couples. Fans watch them weather cheating scandals, legal troubles, and shady business moves. Through it all, Yandy stood by Mendeecees, looking like the ultimate ride-or-die partner. But apparently, Mendeecees wasn't showing that same loyalty behind closed doors. Word is, Mendeecees has been moving shady for a while, and Yandy's been sitting on some truth bombs this entire time. Last night, everything exploded at what was supposed to be a regular date night. The couple rolled up to an upscale Atlanta lounge looking picture perfect. Yandy in a designer dress, Mendeecees with a fresh lineup. But witnesses say the tension was obvious from the moment they walked in. Yandy's face was tight while Mendeecees couldn't take his eyes off his phone. Then, Scrappy walked in. Now, if you know anything about Mendeecees and Scrappy, you know they've had this complicated, we're cool, but not really relationship for years. When Scrappy approached their VIP section and gave Yandy a hug, Mendeecees' whole demeanor changed instantly. After Scrappy left their table, Yandy leaned over and said something to Mendeecees that made him slam his glass down. "So, that's what we're doing now," he snapped. Yandy calmly replied, "I don't know what you're talking about," which only poured gasoline on the fire. Mendeecees stood up and said, "Don't play with me, Yandy. Don't sit here in my face and act like you don't know what's going on." And Yandy's response? She rolled her eyes and said, "If you're so pressed, why don't you go ask Scrappy?" That's when Mendeecees' face went crimson. He leaned down, voice shaking, and asked what the hell that was supposed to mean. Yandy, cool as ice, said, "I think you know exactly what it means." Security started moving in as Mendeecees' hands began shaking. He grabbed Yandy's arm, not hard enough to hurt her, but enough to get everyone's attention. Yandy snatched away, saying, "Don't touch me!" And that's when Mendeecees completely lost it. He flipped the entire table, sending glasses and bottles flying everywhere. Security rushed in while Mendeecees screamed, "Who the hell do you think you are, Yandy? You think you can make a fool out of me?" Yandy just smiled and said, "Maybe you should ask Scrappy." As security dragged Mendeecees toward the door, still yelling for Yandy to tell me the truth, guess who walked in looking completely unbothered? Scrappy. When Mendeecees spotted him, he shouted, "It's him, isn't it? You've been seeing Scrappy behind my back." And here's the kicker. Yandy didn't deny it. She just said, "Maybe you should have been paying more attention." Scrappy's response? "It is what it is, bro." Mendeecees lunged at him, but security had already pulled him back. Behind the scenes, Mendeecees is reportedly losing his mind. Sources say he's already contacted his lawyers and is planning to cut Yandy off completely. Financially, emotionally, everything. He feels betrayed not just by Yandy, but by Scrappy too. Meanwhile, Yandy isn't even trying to hide it. The morning after, she posted a cryptic Instagram story. "What's done in the dark always comes to light." The question on everyone's mind, how long has this been going on? Did Yandy really cheat with Scrappy? And why isn't Scrappy even trying to deny it? The craziest part? This is just the beginning. According to insiders, Mendeecees is planning to tell his side of the story, and the details he's about to reveal are going to shake Love and Hip Hop to its core. If you thought Mendeecees' public meltdown was dramatic, what happened next took this scandal to a whole new level. After security dragged Mendeecees out of the lounge, Yandy didn't even bother to leave. Instead, she sat back down, ordered another drink, and kept talking to Scrappy like nothing had happened. Witnesses say Scrappy leaned in and whispered something that made Yandy burst out laughing. Let that sink in. If Yandy was comfortable enough to sit with Scrappy right after her man just got escorted out by security, this situation definitely wasn't new. This had clearly been brewing behind the scenes for quite some time. But it gets worse. Later that same night, Yandy and Scrappy were spotted pulling up to a luxury hotel in downtown Atlanta. The way Scrappy had his arm around Yandy's waist? Yeah, they weren't exactly trying to keep things low-key. And the next morning, Yandy dropped an Instagram story that set the internet on fire. She was sitting in the passenger seat of a car with Scrappy driving, captioned, "What's done in the dark always comes to light." Fans immediately connected the dots, flooding the comments. Wait, is Yandy really messing with Scrappy? So Mendeecees wasn't crazy. Yandy really been doing this? Scrappy and Yandy? Oh, baby, this is Missy. Within hours, the Shade Room, TMZ, and Hollywood Unlocked were all running with the headline, "Yandy spotted with Scrappy after public meltdown with Mendeecees." Twitter went wild. Yandy really left Mendeecees for Scrappy? Scrappy out here breaking up marriages now? Mendeecees must be sick right now. But Mendeecees wasn't about to let Yandy and Scrappy get away with embarrassing him like this. According to sources close to the situation, when Mendeecees' manager called him after seeing those hotel photos, Mendeecees was pacing around his house, screaming into the phone, "She really thinks she can play me like this?" That's when Mendeecees decided to fight back. He called up a close friend who happens to run one of Atlanta's biggest gossip blogs and spilled everything. According to this insider, Mendeecees revealed that Yandy and Scrappy's affair has been going on for months. While he was out handling business and trying to build their empire, Yandy was sneaking around with Scrappy. The worst part? Mendeecees reportedly has proof. Text messages from Yandy's phone showing her setting up meetings with Scrappy, many from times when Mendeecees was out of town on business. Yandy really thought she could get away with this, and it gets even messier because apparently Erica Banks knew about the affair the entire time. Sources say Erica warned Mendeecees that something was going on between Yandy and Scrappy, but Mendeecees dismissed it as Erica just being messy. Now he's realizing Erica was right all along. What really pushed Mendeecees over the edge was finding out that Yandy and Scrappy weren't even trying to hide their relationship from people in their circle. But Mendeecees isn't the type to take an L and walk away quietly. Word on the street is that he's already in talks with a major blog for a tell-all interview where he plans to expose everything about Yandy and Scrappy. Sources also say Mendeecees is planning to confront Scrappy face-to-face at the next Love and Hip Hop reunion. When that happens, it's going to be explosive television. The questions everyone's asking: how long has this affair been going on? Did Yandy and Scrappy really think Mendeecees wouldn't find out? And why isn't Yandy even attempting to deny the allegations? Scrappy might think he won this round, but when Mendeecees finally tells his side of the story, it could be game over for both Yandy and Scrappy's reputations. Mendeecees has been quiet on social media since the incident, but insiders say he's methodically planning his revenge. Meanwhile, the Love and Hip Hop producers are reportedly scrambling to get cameras rolling to capture all this drama for the upcoming season. One thing's for sure, the ratings are about to go through the roof when this storyline hits the screen. So stay tuned, because this saga is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be even messier than what we've seen so far. The fallout from this scandal just keeps getting wilder. If you thought the drama between Mendeecees, Yandy, and Scrappy had reached its peak, buckle up, because what's happening behind the scenes right now is about to flip the entire Love and Hip Hop world upside down. After those hotel photos of Yandy and Scrappy hit the internet, fans went into full meltdown mode. Some sided with Yandy, claiming Mendeecees must have had it coming. Others defended Mendeecees, saying Yandy crossed a major line by getting with Scrappy of all people. But for Mendeecees, it wasn't just about the betrayal. It was the public humiliation that pushed him over the edge. According to insiders, Mendeecees went straight into revenge mode. One source close to him said, he's not even mad about Yandy cheating anymore, it's the disrespect. Mendeecees feels like Yandy and Scrappy played him, and now he's about to play them both. The moves Mendeecees started making behind the scenes are cold as ice. First, he reportedly contacted Mona Scott Young, the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop, demanding that Scrappy be removed from the next season. Sources say Mendeecees told Mona straight up, it's either him or me. And you know Mona isn't one to pass up an opportunity for some high-stakes drama. Word is, she's already agreed to film a sit-down confrontation between Mendeecees, Yandy, and Scrappy with cameras rolling. But Mendeecees isn't just trying to get Scrappy cut from the show. He's coming for his entire bag. Insiders say Mendeecees is talking to his legal team about filing a lawsuit against Scrappy, not for the cheating itself, but for emotional distress and interference with business contracts. Mendeecees claims the scandal has scared off business partners, causing him financial damages. The worst part for Yandy and Scrappy? Mendeecees reportedly has receipts, text messages between them that prove they were seeing each other while he was out of town. Even more damaging is evidence that Yandy was allegedly using money from her joint business account with Mendeecees to fund her trips with Scrappy. That's straight up fraud, and if Mendeecees can prove it in court, both Yandy and Scrappy could be in serious trouble. Despite all this, Yandy isn't even pretending to be sorry. After those hotel photos dropped, she went on Instagram Live, sipping wine and listening to Beyonce's Irreplaceable with the caption, "Moving on." And Scrappy? This man had the audacity to post a selfie with the caption, "Loyalty over everything." The irony had fans in the comments going wild. Mendeecees isn't just planning to expose them, he's planning to ruin them. Sources say he's already contacted TMZ and the Shade Room for an exclusive interview where he'll reveal everything. The secret meetings, the business deals Yandy made behind his back, and financial records showing Yandy used his money to fund her rendezvous with Scrappy. For Scrappy, the consequences could be severe. Mendeecees is reportedly working with his legal team to block Scrappy from working on any future Love and Hip Hop projects and from signing new music deals. While Yandy might be playing it cool on social media, insiders say she's worried behind the scenes and has reached out to Mona Scott Young, asking her to contain the situation. But Mona smells the ratings potential and is allegedly already planning that special sit-down episode. As if that weren't enough, Mendeecees is also working on a diss track. According to sources who've heard snippets, the lyrics are brutal. "You smiled in my face while lying in his bed," / "You thought I wouldn't find out, baby. You misread," / "I put you on. Gave you a name," / "Now you out here treating me like I'm the one to blame." Apparently, Scrappy heard about the track and told a friend, if Mendeecees drops that track, it's war. So what happens now? Will Yandy stick with Scrappy through all this? Will Mendeecees follow through with the lawsuit and that career-ending diss track? Or is this all just another Love and Hip Hop publicity stunt for more screen time? One thing's for sure, when Mendeecees' interview drops and that diss track hits the charts, it's going to break the internet. The next Love and Hip Hop reunion is already being called the most explosive in the show's history. Will Mendeecees end Scrappy's career for good? Is Yandy really standing by Scrappy, or is she just playing the long game? This drama is just getting started, and the reality TV world will never be the same.